What happened next at Secret Garden? At the conclusion of the episode, Jane was promoted to manager at the Secret Garden restaurant. However, within months, Chef Michel Bardavid reverted to the old menu due to customer complaints about the new food. Yelp reviews following the changes were mixed, with some comments mentioning a lack of diners and accusations of false reviews submitted by Michel. The Secret Garden closed its doors in March 2010. Although Chef Michel initially announced the sale of the business on Facebook, the sale fell through, and he later found a new buyer. Michel transitioned to working at Custom Pie in Moorpark from 2012, eventually purchasing the restaurant and becoming its owner. The Secret Gardens episode aired on December 12, 2007, filmed in February 2007, as part of Kitchen Nightmares Season 1, Episode 10. Glad they closed. Had my wedding there in 2014. Beautiful location, horrible chef. He didn't listen to my wants, got the orders wrong and basically ripped us off $100. This event was a few years back. I can't believe this horrible place and the rude arrogance of the owner, Michel. I had my wedding here and everything was great, before the wedding. The memory that will always stick in my mind is this. During the wedding dinner, I was alerted that a family member could not attend, he had a heart attack. Before the dessert was served, I asked Michel to put 2 dinners in boxes for take-home. He claimed that since those guests did not arrive, they already threw out the extra food. And this doesn't account for any, around 10%, extra that a restaurant usually prepares for major events. After the completed event, when we were settling the bill, he refused to take those 2 dinners off, even though we did not receive what we'd contracted for and found ways to add on surcharges that were never discussed. He made a definite mark, neither of us will ever go back, and we tell everybody we can about what happened. Plan your event at a better place. 2016, so glad they're closed. Can't wait to see a new business in town. No way would any of our family members ever frequent this restaurant ever again. The only reason we tried it in the first place was that we happened to remember seeing this restaurant on Kitchen Nightmares and wanted to see if unappreciative chef had changed his horrible ways. Wow. After what Chef Ramsay went out of his way changing this old restaurant and horrible food, this jerk had the nerve to say that his food was way better than Chef Ramsay's. What? Yes, Chef Ramsay can be harsh at times, but it is so obvious that he is there to help failing restaurants, but most owners do not want to hear the truth. If you have ever watched the show, he always leaves the families with a big hug and a lot of love. Well, we did try it for ourselves, yes, a family of 10, and we were so very disappointed at the food and how this so-called Chef Michel was so in love with himself. The servers were just great, but seems as if this chef did not listen to the most important advice that he could have ever received. After watching the reruns of Kitchen Nightmares and seeing what a total pigsty Chef Ramsay witnessed, it seems that nothing has ever changed. In fact, 2 of our family members who had the same meal got deathly ill.